Planet Fitness is the place to get that big fitness energy with tons of equipment and free fitness training. Join now for just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime.
Deal ends December 6th. An official fitness center of the Orlando Magic and Orlando Solar Bears.
See club for details.
Blog Talk Radio. Blog Talk Radio.
Live from Los Angeles, the Win Without Competing Show with Dr. Arlene Barrow, host and creator of the Right Fit Method, the key to professional and personal success. Now, let's join Dr. Arlene.
Welcome to episode 112 of the Win Without Competing Show, branding your talent Dr. Arlene's way, or, as Frank Sinatra would say, my way. Shortly, you will learn what my way is all about. Not Sinatra's way, but my way. 2017 is all about new beginnings. A new year, a new president, a new job search strategy. I believe that Trump is setting the stage for a talent war in 2017. If we have a robust job market in which the supply of top talent is limited, how does that impact you? Let's find out. Here are 3 different candidates seeking jobs. Which one are you? A candidate who is not passionate about your career? A candidate who is highly passionate about your career? A candidate who is highly passionate, talented, and creative? Here's my success formula. To be highly successful, you need PUP, P-U-P. P for passion, U for urgency, P for perseverance. Add strong interpersonal and technical skills, plus talent and creativity, equals noteworthy results, contributions, and innovation. A talent war presents outstanding opportunities for those who match my success formula. Why? Employers who have been coasting along will start to raise their hiring standards as creativity becomes a valued commodity. The emphasis on conformity will decline in importance. For those who do not match my success formula, they have an opportunity to change. Staying stagnant could result in less opportunities. Now is the time for all job seekers to start planning ahead if you do not want to be left behind. Trump will move pretty fast, and so will the country. He will restore vitality. Keep your eye on the stock market. Watch the behavior of large companies and the growth of small companies. Keep your eye on startups and watch to see if they thrive. How do you currently search for a job? I will discuss what's happening now and futurecast the changes. Resume mills. Websites that specialize in collecting resumes I refer to as resume mills. Candidates rush to register. Why? That's what candidates do. They follow the crowd. They want to blend in, not stand out. How do search firms find right fit candidates using these databases? It is very difficult to do because most resumes do not have professional brands. Employers spend seconds on reviewing resumes, and that, of course, sets us up for the computer review. Think about it. Sometimes those computer programs are in the driver's seat. They make the decisions. Forget about the humans. Marketing firms. They write resumes using templates. That could raise employer objections and emphasize candidate distractions, such as short stints. Resumes must be artfully crafted using the right verbiage and design, not to highlight what is wrong with a candidate's professional experience. Weak branding is characteristic of those resumes. My company, Barrow Global Search Inc., which I founded in 2003, is a retained executive search firm with 3 divisions. After my book, Win Without Competing, was published and nominated for a Business Book Award, we expanded the services of the firm in response to candidate requests to learn and master my Right Fit method. Creating branded resume packages is one of our services. In fact, I worked with an executive recently who had been downsized and packaged by another company. The resume was a disaster. He had been unemployed for 9 years. That was highly visible. Yes, I said 9 years, which is a huge employer objection, which is also a distraction. He had lost all of his confidence. Not only did I create a branded resume package with him, but also he returned as an executive to the same company that downsized him. As a UCLA-trained behavioral educational psychologist, I mentor my client on how to implement my Right Fit method strategies to close on the first in-person interview. That means that the employer actually stops shopping for more candidates to interview. Instead, they proceed with you only. Moreover, the Right Fit method will build your confidence and self-esteem, which will benefit you not only at work, but also at home. Should you represent yourself or seek representation? It all depends on how you want to be represented. If Barrow Global Search represents you, we present one candidate and close the search. We are unique. I personally placed 40 candidates in 3 different countries with the founding editor-in-chief of WebMD. Read what he says about my Right Fit method in the foreword to Win Without Competing, which you can find on my winwithoutcompeting.com website. The resume mills represent you passively. Search firms can access the resumes. And then, of course, what does that really mean for you in terms of massive exposure? Some marketing firms email resumes to search firms, which is also passive representation. In fact, we receive some of these resumes. Shortly, I will explain the issue, which is related to massive exposure and search firms. Executive search firms, contingency and retained. It astounds me how many candidates that I speak with do not know whether they are working with a contingency or retained executive search firm. They do not qualify the search firms to determine whether they are the right fit. They waste months and months with firms who will never place them because they are only comparison candidates who will never get the job. I repeat, they are only comparison candidates who will never get the job. I hope that's not you. The last quarter of every year is a critical time to capture a new job. If you did not achieve your goal in 2016, call me at 310-443-4277. That's 310-443-4277. We are based in Los Angeles, adjoining UCLA. We consult and coach our clients by phone nationwide and in our offices on Wilshire Boulevard in Westwood. How do search firms function? Contingency firms. They are only paid if an employer hires a candidate that they present. To be a successful recruiter, you must be able to juggle many searches. To do that, searches must be prioritized. This is how it works. In a search, the recruiter determines whether they are going to provide full service to candidates and employers. How do they do that? They label them A, B, or C searches. In an A search, they do provide full service to candidates and employers. In a B search, they provide less service. If it is a C search, the recruiter does not prep candidates or negotiate offers, only provides resumes to employers. Recently, one of my client candidates had 3 job offers concurrently. He was particularly interested in accepting the position that was managed as a C search. I worked behind the scenes with my client and saved him from taking the wrong fit executive position. Without my insight and ability to identify red flag warnings, he would have accepted the position. Interestingly enough, the recruiter knew the red flag warnings and threw my client into a pit bull situation. My client discovered this when he told the recruiter that he declined the position, which he had already told the employer. How would you work with a contingency firm after learning the approach that I described? Let me know. Email me at drbarrow, B-A-R-R-O, @barrowglobal.com. It is possible for some recruiters, contingency recruiters, to have only A searches. To succeed, they would need to develop strong relationships with employers and work with them over and over again. ABC ratings of contingency searches are similar to hotel ratings. Retained firms. Depending on how the contract is negotiated, they will be paid a portion of the fee or the full fee in some cases. Even if no placement is made, the caliber of the firm and the recruiter that represents you will determine how beneficial they are to you. If they present you as a comparison candidate, again, I repeat, you will not receive a job offer. Can you recognize the situation? I hope so. If you cannot, you will waste a significant amount of time. I can judge immediately if you are a comparison candidate in a particular search. Email me and share your experience with retained firms. Dr. Barrow at barrowglobal.com. Who should represent you? Carefully think through what I have discussed in my evaluation of resume mills, marketing firms, contingency firms, and retained firms. Keep this cautionary reminder in mind. If you are working with search firms, they may not be able to present you to a particular employer if they already have your resume. Agreements vary. Contingency firms could have more limitations. Treat your resume with care. Remember that presents you and represents you. How can you win big? It's all about strategy. Rarely do I speak with a candidate who has an effective job search strategy. They blindly do what others do, thinking it is the only way to be successful. That is an erroneous assumption. Forget about following the crowds of job seekers who swim with the sharks. You will be swallowed up as an anonymous blob. To win big in a talent war, you need 1. My right fit method to enable you to win without competing. 2. A distinct, intriguing, and recognizing brand. Big brand, professional brand, which incorporates outcomes that make a difference. And 3. An expert's advice on how to manage your job search and capture, retain, and grow in the right fit position to achieve unparalleled success. For a free 15-minute consultation, Email your resume to resumeswithans@barrowglobal.com or call Dr. Arlene at 310-443-4277. Now is the time to stop following the crowd, stand out and embrace your unique skills and talents, and embark on the right fit road for a memorable success journey. Let's connect now. WinWithoutCompeting.com, resumes@barrowglobal.com, 310-443-4277, Dr. Barrow at barrowglobal.com. Thank you for joining me on episode 112, Branding Your Talent Dr. Arlene's Way. Goodbye for now. This is Dr. Arlene.
I had a bad feeling. He wouldn't go this long without texting back. We've partied together sometimes, and he would take blues alone, but it wasn't a problem. We knew ODing was a possibility, but I didn't know that using by yourself significantly increases your risk of dying from an overdose. Luckily, we kept naloxone at home because he heard it could save someone. It could have just as easily been me who needed saving. Make a plan to protect you and your friends from overdose at fentanylfrontline.org.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.